My name is Robert, and welcome to my adventure. Today, I'm camping. In a different spot though. I am in Caratunk again, but this time not at the same Brookfield campsite I was in times past. I'm actually at a Brookfield-owned boat launch about 5 miles down the road from that site. Still on the Kennebec River, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way, and very nice to swim in right now. And the reason I'm here is not just because I wanted to sneak out of the house with the dog and go camping. I have to do some more testing on this setup behind me because, believe it or not, I haven't camped yet in warm weather. I know that sounds crazy, right? It's the second day of July and I'm saying it hasn't been warm, but it really hasn't. It's been in the 70s and low 80s mostly, at least certainly on the days that I've gone camping. I've had a lot of stuff down into the 40s and 30s, so I know I can stay warm, but today it's in the 90s, and right now it's probably in the mid to upper 80s. So I'm going to find out tonight what it's like to sleep in this thing without air conditioning. I do have, a good exhaust fan in the ceiling, which I wired up so that it will blow in, not just blow out at the flip of a switch. And I've got a little auxiliary fan, but I want to find out, do I need to put some other, fans in or something like that, or AC? I don't really want to do that, so I want to see if I can make it bearable with just circulating the air. And we had a nice breeze through here, which was great. It made it really nice. Kept the bugs away too. However, the breeze is gone when the sun went down and the bugs are back, and it's a little bit muggy. Not terrible, but a little bit. So pretty much Gracie and I have been hanging out here today, playing a lot of fetch, doing some swimming, got things set up. I wasn't sure I was going to stay at this spot because it's really busy. There's a lot of people coming and going, and I was surprised how many people, not just here to put their boats in and out, but to go swimming and bring their dogs and have fun with their dogs swimming and stuff like that. So I met some really cool people, and I got a chance to chat with a couple guys who gave me a line on some good campsites across the river. So I'm definitely going to be checking that out in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Sounds really interesting. Just the kind of thing I've been looking for. So tonight is kind of low stress. We're just hanging out, her and I. We got to leave in the morning. We got to go back. We got some family stuff to do on the actual 4th of July. Today is July 2nd, which, if you know that this is the real Independence Day, because the Declaration of Independence was signed on July 2nd, not July 4th. It was just transcribed on July 4th. And there's even a famous quote by John Adams that said that July the 2nd will be celebrated by Americans, going forward. He was close. Ready? Ready to go? She lives for this. She will do this all day and all night if I let her. Earlier today, I had to take her stick away and hide it because she was driving me nuts. Bugs are pretty bad now. These horseflies they're no fun at all. And bug spray? Yeah, forget it. That's just condiments to them. Because that water is so warm. There is one other group of people camping way down there. I spoke with them, and they said there's no issues camping here. They've been here all week. Nice guys. Pretty low stress. So one of the places I want to check out is actually right across the river. It's hard to see in this shot, but there's like a sandbar over there. I don't know if you can zoom in. I'm on my phone. Wow, pretty good. Okay, so that, I guess, is like 6 Brookfield sites. So I need to go check that out in a few weeks and see what that's all about. Do some recon on Google Earth. Anyway, I probably should show you guys where I'm at, like how I'm set up. I don't have all the kit out, just a chair and a simple table tonight. But I'm in a pretty amazing spot here on a peninsula. If it wasn't for the bugs, it'd be perfect. But I guess if it wasn't for the bugs, there wouldn't be any loons. So you gotta take the good with the bad, I guess. So we're set up. Gracie's ripping up her stick. Set up pretty good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a decent evening. All the screens in the camper are open, so there's good airflow through there. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. People stopping by to go swimming. Locals, I can't blame them. If I lived near here, I'd be down here jumping in the water all the time as well. Let's go up inside. I don't know if it's full of bugs yet or not. It will be. I keep leaving the door open anyway. Let's get some lights on in here. Batteries are at 97%. Gracie, come on in, babe. So we got all the electricity we would need for about a week. Going up into your spot? Yep. Wet dog on my bed. Ugh. Great. I need to do something about this. Yeah, I shouldn't have told her she could get up there. It's her spot by default. When we're in the camper, she just jumps up there and she likes it. She feels safe. So, and she can see everything that's going on. As far as our consumables, we're in good shape. Let's see, 92% battery, 100% water, and the propane gauge says 42, but it's actually higher than that. I can never get that gauge to read accurately. The one that worries me though is this one. Oops, the temperatures. So what is it? Outside 82, inside 84. Electric bay 92, which is actually okay. It's a little bit, it's always warmer in there. That's where all the solar controllers are. The fridge, 70. That's a problem. I gotta figure it out. And it's actually cooling down. It was 72. Obviously way too hot. I don't know. That's a real problem that's gotta be solved. And then the batteries are nice and cool at 86, which is basically ambient. So that's good. Take a look at our solar. Yeah. Wow, I'm surprised we still got 70 watts coming down as late as it is. And again, oh no, sorry, 70 watt load, 0% solar. That makes more sense. 171 watts AC, and that is the fridge. I took it off gas and switched it to AC to try and help it cool down. I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen of another. We'll see. I'll probably be back on gas before the evening's out. But, and let's see here. We'll go back to overview. All right. So we're set up pretty good in here. You can see the, yeah, wet dog. Oh well, she's worth it. So, got my camper log. I've been filling out, you know, just kind of where I am and who's here and what I'm doing to the camper and what I'm finding and seeing. I'm going to be cooking dinner, although I think, depending on what the bugs do, I may cook outside, not inside. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to grill the hot dogs or steam them. So, simple fare tonight. Hot dogs and tortilla chips. So, in fact, let's get that going. I'm going to steam them inside the camper, which is probably a bad idea because it's just going to make it hot in here. Although, at the moment, I've got a nice breeze through, which makes things really pleasant. Let's see. Just watching somebody pull their boat out. Must be going home for the evening. A lot of people camping on the river this weekend. I envy them. I've got a boat, but I haven't put it in the water in years. It needs some work, and I don't know. If you're interested in a cabin cruiser, Sleeps 4, Bayliner, let me know. Yeah. But anyway, so I did stick my hand in the freezer to get these hot dogs, and the cooling coils are cold. So it is cooling the fridge down. You know, it's weird. I think it's the fact that it's not level. If it's not perfectly level, it doesn't run. And I know, you know, absorption refrigerators, you know, it's obvious. It's right in the manual. Everybody knows it. They've got to be level. But, man, this one is really picky compared to other ones I've dealt with. And, you know, driving down the road and stuff like that. And where I was sitting earlier, I was off a little bit. I was level 4.5, but not in roll, if you will, if it was an airplane. And I guess it affected it. So I got it leveled up a couple hours ago, and now it's cooling down. But the stuff that's in there, I have like coffee creamer and that stuff. Nope, that ain't good. That's all going. It's kind of a shame, but better be safe than sorry. So we need scissors to get the hot dogs open, or a knife. Okay, we'll use a knife because I was able to put my hands on that first. And this is some gourmet cooking right here. Yeah, not so much, no. It's Just some generic hot dogs. Not even red hot dogs. I didn't see any small packages of red hot dogs, and I didn't want to buy like 20 of them, so I got these instead. These are all right. Super yummy, right? Probably not. Some water in here. There we go. And then get this. Oh, need a way of making fire. The machine that makes fire. That's something my dad would say. Oh, machine that's supposed to make fire. Really? Fail. Alright, plan B. There we go. Plan B works. This is more for starting campfires, but there we go. I had to leave that on for a little bit. There must have been some air in that line. That's kind of weird. I wonder if that had something to do with the furnace not cooling. Or the furnace, the fridge. Alright, gonna let that warm up. Let that do its thing. And buns. So, basically 1.5 hot dogs for me and probably 1.5 hot dogs for the dog. Like I said before, when she goes camping with me, she eats what I eat. And Mom doesn't appreciate that so much, but Gracie doesn't seem to mind, so that's how we do that. Alrighty. You know, when you're puttering around like this by yourself, it gives you time to think. Yeah, you ever wonder, like Klingons, right? They're all warriors. You know, they're all about that honor and warrior and stuff. Okay, that's fine. But if that's the case, then who makes lunch? Who works at the farm to grow the produce? Who designs and builds the spaceships, right? You can't do that if you're all out sword fighting. Or whatever that thing is, the bakla, or whatever the heck they're fighting with. So yeah, I don't get it. It's one of those things that keeps me up at night. Probably why I didn't get into the good schools. Alright. Yeah, this is going to make it warmer in here, but not too bad. I can deal with it. So we have, hot dogs are steaming. I have one of those flash ice machines coming. It's not here yet, and I'll tell you, I really wish I had it right now. That's supposed to make ice in a matter of minutes, and I can't wait to get that thing in here and hook it up. I know it's going to draw a lot of power, but it's not really going to be a problem. I've got plenty of battery capacity to spare, and boy, I'll tell you what, I sure would like to have some ice water right now. It would make the evening much more pleasant. So, but at least I got water. Even though it's warm, it's still good. And later tonight, I'm either going to take a shower with the shower, which I might do if things quiet down. Set up the shower awning on the outside and actually use it. I've used it a couple times now, and it seems to work really good. Although I do have a new shower head that I need to rig up because I've had some issues with the one that's on there from, you know, it's old. Or I'm going to use some environmentally friendly soap and jump in the the river, because I want to go to bed nice and clean and nice and cool. So I come out my back door to look at the sky because it's getting dark and there's a chance of a thunderstorm, and there's Canada geese here. Mamas with their babies. Let's see, 4 mamas and 4 babies. It seemed like there'd be more of them, but unfortunately sometimes all the babies don't make it. So, but the ones they do have look healthy and happy. And let's see, let's zoom out here. So yeah, they're pretty close to my house, probably 30 yards. Sky is getting dark. That's kind of off to the north. Our weather tends to come from the west and southwest. Oh, lightning. Okay, so there may be a thunderstorm going by us to the north. I'll have to look at the radar. I would say we could use it to cool things off, but I'm not sure that it's going to cool things off. It may just make things humid, which should be kind of a shame. But whether you like it or not, you can't change the weather, so you might as well enjoy it. Cool. Beautiful. You can hear the thunder. I wonder if that's why the geese are coming up on the land, because they know. That's interesting. They are well steamed. Pull them out here. Using a knife. It's already dirty. Less dishes and all. Well, it's not like it's a big deal. Those storms are definitely coming here, and I can feel the breeze from them, which actually feels really good. So we got hot dogs for the dog and me. Probably more the dog than me. And let's see what this weather does. There we go. We're about there. And let's see. Let's animate this. See what we got coming here. Well, maybe I should fold up the awning. Yeah, I think we're going to get wet. Open it up the other way before. Open it up the other way before. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the wind is just howling out there. It's shaking the camper. I still have my screens open because right now it's just air, which is actually really nice. It's cooling it off in here. I have a feeling though in a little bit it's going to be more than air and I'm going to have to zip those up. But I'm going to take the cool breeze as long as I can if I don't tip over. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's showing. Now it's showing wind. Let's see, winds to 25, gusting to 30. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Alright, I am going to have to close this window because my laptop's getting wet. I think I got some black flies in my camper. Okay, well the weather's passed. Lots of wind, some rain, no thunder and lightning. The thunder and lightning petered out before I got here, which is good and bad. Good that it would have been stressful for the dog. She does not like thunder and lightning, which is funny because she's not really stressed out by gunshots. Go figure. Bad in that I like a good thunderstorm, and you know, it would have been neat to try and get some lightning on film or whatever, or on video. But that's okay. We'll take it. The nice cool breeze coming through here was really nice, and I'm going to open these windows back up because according to the radar, we're clean now. And according to the forecast, this was it. This little line of storms coming through. So we'll get a good breeze going back through here, and I think Gracie and I, oops, she's already out, are going to climb into bed, do a little reading, and probably fall asleep. And we'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning. Boy, it was a nice night last night. There were a lot of black flies in the camper, but they kind of left me alone, although it did let me know that I need to do something about the bug integrity of this camper. There is definitely ways for them to get in, and I need to find them and fix them because, dang, that was a lot of black flies. But I woke up to a beautiful morning and a dog that wants to go play. But we'll go in a little bit, hon. We'll go swimming. Slept great. Wasn't too hot. That fan above the bed works really well. Although I think I will add an auxiliary fan just to circulate the atmosphere inside, because if it was a rainy, you know, that rain had continued and I had to button up, it would have been pretty stuffy in there. So I need to do something about that. But otherwise, good test. I didn't hear any animals last night. I mean, loons occasionally, but with the fan running, they could have been right outside the door and I wouldn't have heard them. So it helped me sleep, but it also kind of insulated me from the owls and the loons, which is a bit of a shame. But it is gorgeous this morning. Already had a few people down here launching their boats, and Gracie made a new friend. There was a gentleman here with a golden retriever. Yes, we'll play sticks in a minute. But it's time for me to throw the stick, because she's going to explode if I don't, and get some breakfast going. Real gourmet breakfast this morning. You're going to be super impressed when you see it. Now let's see. Do I let you get wet before we hop in the truck and go home and then smell wet dog all the way home, or do I ask you to stay out of the water? Okay, well that second one's not real life. You're not going to stay out of the water. So, ready to go get it? Good job. You're a good stick getter. There you go. And shake off. This morning I had to vacuum because I had killed so many black flies last night. It was nasty. So, gourmet breakfast. You ready for this? Oh yes, my wife and my cardiologist would not approve, but I need something simple, easy. I'm not looking to make anything fancy this morning. I need my machine that makes fire. Get the tea kettle going. Is it right? Yeah, it was. False start. There we go. Got it that time. Need to pick up some new lighters. That one's more for lighting a campfire than a propane stove. All right. That's what I want. Okay. So there's that. Gracie's outside the door with a stick, wanting me to throw it again. Hang on a minute. I got chores to do. And more black flies. At least it didn't bite that much. I mean, it was nasty, but I didn't really get bit up, which surprised me. that's another adventure in the books. Gracie and I are going to pack up here and head home in a few minutes. We got some family stuff going on this 4th of July weekend. It's July 3rd. So I'm going to get back to town. We're going to meet up with the wife, got some chores to do at the house. We're going to repack this thing and go stay the night at my daughter's house, which is not too far from our home, but we just want to hang out, play with the grandkids, sleep in her driveway, I guess, let the dogs play. So I got to get back to town to do that, and it's going to be fun. I want to thank everybody. If you got this far in the video, it means you found it interesting, or you just weren't near your phone and forgot to turn it off. I'm grateful that if you watched it, I'm grateful that you did, and I hope that you did find it entertaining or mildly not boring. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see in these videos. Is there more, you know, hiking or cooking, or I don't know why people show them cooking when they're camping, but I guess you got to make content, right? Let me know what's interesting. Also, let me know where you're going. I would love to find cool new sites to go. I've kind of been all over Jackman and this part of the state. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of great things to see up here, but I'd like to go to some new places. So let me know, where are you going? What have you, what cool sites have you found? Also, how are you doing it? What kind of kits? Are you pulling a travel trailer or a fifth wheel out there? You got a truck camper? Or you got a truck tent? Are you sleeping on the ground? Are you riding a motorcycle? I love that stuff. I still do motorcycle camping, even though I've gotten really spoiled with this thing. But I've got some motorcycle camping trips coming up. Maybe when I explore the other side of the river, I'll probably do it on the bike because it's more maneuverable, and this is kind of heavy. So I don't know what I'm getting into. We'll find out though, and the bike is a good recon. Also, Google Earth before you go, or Google Maps. Great resource. Find out the names of the roads, where they go, where they dead end. A very good resource for that. So I appreciate you taking the time to be with me today, and I gotta ask you to do those YouTuber things. Would you please like and subscribe to the channel? The likes mean a lot to me. It means I'm doing something right. The subscribes, that's kind of my paycheck. I'm not going to be a YouTube millionaire by any means. I've got a real job. This is just something I do on my days off to have fun. But it's neat to see that somebody found the video interesting and they subscribe to the channel and they might want to see more. So I really appreciate that. That's kind of my paycheck. So with all that out of the way, I'm going to say that I am Robert, and this was my adventure. Thank you for joining me on it. So I suppose we pass people on the right now. Gotta love people with Massachusetts plates. Vacation land. Great. My dog is peeing in poison ivy. Ugh, what could possibly go wrong?